once again, referring back to the Council of Europe Cybercrime Convention, I mean, that clearly is a unifying body across the international spectrum, and it's something we should continue to work and involve more people in. The second piece, I think what we're looking at is more of a code of conduct, of norms of cyberspace, the way we operate. Unlike the other domains you'd mentioned, this is not a global common. This is an environment where these are discrete systems owned and operated by individuals, by companies, by governments, so that sovereign issues take place in there. So having agreements how we're going to conduct ourselves, I think, is probably the overarching thing we need to move forward on.
The comments? Yes.
I would be of the same view. I think one of the interesting features of this fifth dimension is the fact that it's not limited in the way some of the others are, where we need treaties to figure out how you divide the pie, how do you share a finite resource. This is, as far as I can see so far, not really a finite resource. The potential is unlimited. So one would think, since we don't have to get into the hard horse trading that goes into treaties in other areas, that this might lend itself quite nicely to some international norms and rules of engagement and codes of conduct.
Other comments?
Yes, I won't exclude that in the future we'll have a worldwide treaty on cyberspace. But meanwhile, we shouldn't forget that we still have an existing instrument, and this is the Council of Europe Convention. And we can act according to that convention and move forward on that. So simply to leave this convention aside and try to set up a new instrument, I think this is not a very practical thing to do.
Mr. Sakamoto.
Yeah. I think now is the time to start to think really hard, serious about harmonizing the cybersecurity laws among countries in the world. To keep or expand our global economy, the free flow of information or data must be assured. On the other hand, there are emerging issues such as cloud computing and global cyber attacks. We need to discuss how we should address these issues from the legal perspective. Finally, we can make the comprehensive treaty is the best way.
Thank you. Congressman McCall.
I think that one of the points we made again on the Commission was our cyberspace is a national asset. And as such, I think it would lend itself towards international agreements in terms of codes of conduct to protect that national asset. Now, in the case of Estonia, I guess you'd have to ask the question, where was NATO? You know, that was clearly, in my view, and you probably agree with that, was an act of warfare. Where was NATO at that point?
Since that question has been raised now, I'll ask our minister from Estonia to comment, because one of questions from the audience that we weren't able to cover was, you know, where is NATO? What is the response of an attack on one nation as an agreement is an attack on all?
Yeah. Well, NATO was there, and NATO was very active, and that led to establishing a NATO Excellence Center, which is now stationed in Estonia.
That's good.
Thank you. And our last comment, Mr. Pillow.
This is not an easy question, and the answer is probably yes in the future. But to be honest, and all the discussion show that today, the maturity is not sufficient to have a real answer to that question. In fact, the cyber security, cyber defense subject is brand new. It knows no borders. The weapons are already proliferated. They are in the hand of the citizens. So it's completely new. So we need to develop the maturity. We need to develop a code of conduct, like Congressman said, and I fully agree with that. And perhaps it's the same idea with the summits you say before. Probably in the coming years, I don't know how many, 5, 10 years, probably depends also if a big event happened or not, but probably there will be such a treaty in the future. But my feeling is at the moment, the maturity is too low to have this type of treaty.
Thank you very much. I want to thank this distinguished panel. They have traveled, in many cases, very far to be here with us. They have given us some great insights into their feelings about this tremendous international issue of cybersecurity. and have given us great insights into their thoughts about cyber attack, cyber crime, and how we need to better work together. And of course, that's what this conference is all about. Here this afternoon, we're going to be starting with our breakthrough groups in working towards some of these issues that they talked about here from the stage today, but sitting down and working out together the ways ahead and the breakthrough activities that we can look to at the future and in securing cyberspace and cybersecurity for ourselves. So thank you very much, panel members. Really appreciate your time today and your thoughtful and precise insights. Thank you. I think it's time now for our 15-minute coffee intermission. Thank you.